And real quick before we start the video, we have another YouTube channel. It's called Jarboe, and we work very hard to put good content out for you. It's a little bit different than our Guardian Safe and Lock channel. It's more business oriented, behind the scenes kind of things. Also has a history of our company in there too. We have 3 videos on that. We'd appreciate it if you would check our YouTube channel out. It's Jarboe. I'll have Randall put a link up here to the channel, and hopefully enjoy that content, and please subscribe to our channel. Thanks.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Picking the Brain. Today we have a 1969 Mercury Cougar door cylinder and an ignition cylinder that we're going to be breaking down and trying to figure out what the key is that works it. Alrighty, so in the shop I get a lot of crazy things that come in. People bring in all these weird old locks that come in. Today just so happened to be a Mercury Cougar from 1969. Customer called up, said, hey, can you work on this, make a key for it? Just told them to bring it in and we'll take a look and see what we could do. So basically what we're gonna do is break them down, figure out what the key cuts are, and then piece it all back together and make sure it works how it should. From there, so basically Mercury, Lincoln, Ford, they all use the same types of keys. Basically just had to research what key blanks usually fit in that type from that age. Found out that it's a H51 key blank, so it actually works in both the door cylinder and the ignition cylinder, which is hopefully some good news, because maybe they might keep the same and I only have to work on one and not the other. So what we're going to do is break down the cylinder, which might take some time. We'll be cutting the videos shorter, so that way you're not sitting here watching me struggle and trying to pick this thing over for 20 minutes. So we're going to try and pick it over first. That way we can pop the cylinder out and then figure out what the key cuts are. So we're going to go ahead and try and get this thing turned over. So these older type of cylinders actually use pins instead of wafers like modern day cylinders. So trying to pick these things over a little tougher than the easy wafer ones. Alrighty guys, so after a long period of time, we got this thing picked over and pulled out. So basically from here, what we got to do is figure out the cuts for the key, which basically what I do is I pop this cap off here, pop the key in there, and then just basically go from there, cutting down, and then until basically the cylinder turns. So what we're gonna do is basically take it up front, start cutting the key down on the machine, and then try and figure out what the cuts are. All right guys, so we got the card here for the blitz that matches the key that we gotta cut. So made sure that the blade's already on there that we need. Red tip stop, so we're gonna go ahead and start cutting the key and finding out what the cuts are. Alright guys, so we got the cap back on it. Key actually turns in there very nice. So we're just going to reassemble it Actually, before we go any further, let's just make sure it works in this one too. Ooh. Might have to make a little adjustments for the door. Just put this guy down. And that's what we want to hear. All right, and then we're gonna fix up this door cylinder one here real quick. Probably just need to make some adjustments on the key, assuming that the key works the same. So let's just go make an adjustment. All right, guys. So basically, just had to, fine tune the key there. Just one of the cuts wasn't shaped down good enough, but works in both the door cylinder and the ignition cylinder, which is what we want it to do. So just recap: tore it down, took out the cap, stuck the key in, just basically checked and cut the key down as I checked. Just went down in increments until I got it to where it exactly needed to be in order to fully turn over. And then just came back here, checked it on the door cylinder, made the minor adjustment I needed so it actually worked in both. That's it for this episode of Picking with the Brain. If you guys don't mind checking out our other channel, Jarboe, and subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and please, check out our Facebook and Instagram as well, and follow us on those. All right, thank you guys.